Nendoroids a scam? Well, you might not have the answer to that, but I do. So, welcome back to Artbook Control, and no, it's not NASA. So, welcome back, guys. If you're coming back from another video or videos that I've posted previously, hi again. And if you've never seen my face around before, but you just decided to click on this video, I don't blame you for not seeing it before, but I hope you stick around. So, what's the topic of today's video? Well, as the super creative and original intro that I decided to put on, we are actually going to be talking about a lot of things today, not just Nendoroids. But today's video is TLDR a haul, a huge haul, because I have collected, or I've just saved up so much merch over the past couple of weeks that I've been waiting to show you guys just so I can have a video. Again, it's like a little goblin collecting their little trinkets so that I can show it to the king and then, get kicked like a peasant. So that's basically what we're going to be talking about today. Now, you might be wondering, Artemis, what Nendoroids are so egregious that you have to make a whole video talking about them? Now, we all know, I think both you and I know, if you've collected figures for a little while, that Nendoroids have just sort of been decreasing in quality and in, just what they offer while also increasing in price. So back then, you would get 3 faceplates, swords, Zoo Y, you would get an attachment and then an extra and then all this other stuff for $40. But now Nendoroids are increasingly getting $50-$60 while offering 1 or 2 faceplates and just having nothing else to offer. So I think I have found the most egregious offense to what Nendoroids are, but I still bought them anyway, simply because I wanted them. So we're going to be talking about, this is just the first part, but we're going to be talking about the Sato Sugo, illustration version Nendoroids, where these only come with 1 faceplate. You heard me right, they only come with 1 faceplate, 1 pose, and a stand. Now, why did you buy these figures? Let me explain. I bought these figures because I just love the illustration so much. I'll put it up here, just for reference. But I love the illustration so much, and I actually hated the other Gojo and Gato Nendoroids, so these were the only ones that I thought were, kind of cute, and I bought into the hype, and I bought them. Well, actually, there was no hype. Everybody hated them, except for me, supposedly. But arguably, if I liked the other Gojo and Gato Nendoroids, I would have bought those. But just to, show some evidence that I love this illustration so much, oh, okay, that fell. But I even have their lookup versions. I have them just right over here. So, of course, I had to get the Nendoroid pair. But, we'll open them up and see how good they really are. But considering the fact that they only have 1 faceplate, I don't really think that there's much convincing to do, other than the fact that Good Smile Company, or whoever made them, I already forgot, is completely gaslighting and taking advantage of their consumer base with such, cheap products. But what else are we going to talk about today? So, alright, Artemis, so what are we actually talking about today? What are the other things that you bought and you spent your money on? So, let's get to it. Let's have a little overview, right? So, I have some posters. I actually have an art book to share, right? I haven't really bought art books in a while, but we have another one. I have some Given merch. I have a lot of Given merch, actually. This isn't even half of it, but I have some clear files. I have a Shikishi board, all that other fun stuff. I have some art that I picked up from, a local artist, or not a local artist. They're definitely not local. And I also have, including all of this stuff, hold on. the list just keeps going. I also have some merch from BABYMETAL and a concert that I recently went to. So, we have a lot of ground to cover today. I'm excited to go through all of it. And I'm not going to show it right now because my hands are already full, but I have a Holy Grail pin and a very fun story to talk about that I'm going to share with you guys. So, why don't we get started and let's start covering this ground. Oh my god, I already forgot that phrase, but let's get started. Alrighty, so let's get started on what you guys actually came here for, I'm assuming. Here are the boxes for both Gojo and Gato. Now, as you can tell, the boxes are ugly. I hate these boxes. I have never seen something so ugly in my life. But opening them was also a pain in the ass. So on top of the fact that they're ripping us off with only 1 faceplate, 1 pose, and whatever, right? They also have to give us the most difficult to open box. As you can tell, I cut it up. But it just is overly complicated for no reason. The box keeps smacking my hands, as you can see. And yeah, that is literally all you get for the good old price of 55 doubloons. Right? Which is absolutely insane to consider. Why did I buy it? I like the illustration, leave me alone. But that's Gato in all his plastic glory. Again, 1 faceplate. So, I guess the main thing I wanted to convey with this one and only voiceover is the fact that, yes, this is a scam for what you're getting. If you like any of the other Gojo or Gato Nendoroids, I highly implore you to actually go get those, because we'll at least have some creativity with what you're getting. But, you know, there are some losers like me out there who actually have to go spend their money on these things, so that you guys know not to do that. But yeah, so that's Gojo, and this is both of them together, but this is how they ended up looking like. I honestly think that the lookups of the same, like, illustration are cuter, but both of them look cute, I guess. Would I suggest to buy it? No. But if you really like them and you have both of them, they're kind of cute. So I can't even say anything about that. But yeah, so hope you guys like it, and let's get on with the other part of the video. Alright, anyways, that's enough of me rambling. I've already talked your ear off. Why don't we actually go and look at every single item that we picked up? Alright, so since we're on the topic of merch, I just kind of wanted to give a quick shout out to, I think, KRAW Art on Twitter. So I actually found their art on Twitter first, and then I proceeded to just want to buy out the whole catalog. But I picked up, like 3 of these iridescent holographic postcards, and their art style is absolutely to die for. Twitter is kind of like a cesspool, and if you're not careful, you're just gonna end up in the shit. But this was a legendary find on Twitter. So when they finally opened up their store, like about a month and a half ago, I picked up these 3 postcards. I don't know who these characters are. I just consider them OCs, because why not? And I also, this is gonna sound so degenerate and terrible of me, and I'm assuming that any of you who know what this type of like file is, it's like a heat imprint thing. I will put a picture of what it's like when you actually put like a hairdryer or something like that on it, because of course I had to find out, and I also don't have a hairdryer, so I had to use my roommate's. But this one looks really good. So I got these 4 posters, and obviously I'm gonna like show b-roll as I'm talking about them, because that makes sense. And let's talk about what actually got me into this. So a couple months ago, I saw this beautiful work of art, this beautiful print. I don't know if I saw it as a print form first or just the artwork, but I'm like, I need it in my skull, I need it in my brain, I need it imprinted into my retina, right? So I was shocked, and I was looking all over the internet to find this, but apparently this is Ozymandias from, you know, Fate Stay Night. And actually, I'm gonna be nice, and I'm actually gonna take it out of the out of the thing. See, I've been keeping it in here for you guys this whole time. I got this like a couple weeks ago. So, woo, okay. I know how to take things out of plastic, but this print has sort of come to me like a prophetic dream, and has sort of just taken over my mind for the last couple of months. And, I mean, can you blame me? Can you blame me? Look at him. Look at him. So apparently his name is Ozymandias. He has this beautiful eyeshadow over here. And I don't know, now I get to look at his beautiful yellow golden eyes, you know, and obviously other things. But I'm so excited to finally have this. Shipping did take quite a bit, but I think it's because they were moving, so no problems there whatsoever. But I am absolutely in love with all of these, like, postcards. I love buying art. That's one thing that you guys will know about me. I love supporting artists in any way that I can. So, you know, that's that. So, I know I didn't mention it earlier, because I'm a little bit silly and I forget a lot of things, but the first thing I would actually like to talk about in this video is a pin grail by Graphox Pins that I recently acquired for retail price, or I think less than retail, and I cannot emphasize just how important this pin is to me, and just having it in my hands feels like I've gotten like the golden oracle from like Indiana Jones. I don't know what it's actually called, like the golden idol, I think, and just holding it in my hands feels wrong. I never thought I would. But just for a bit of background, I used to collect pins. Like, that was my main type of collecting. I was a pin collector, and everybody in high school knew me as like, oh, the girl who collects pins. And, well, they knew me for a lot of other things, including being annoying, but they also knew me for collecting pins. And I collected pins for about 4 or 5 years before I eventually quit around 2021. That's when I got into figure collecting, because why wouldn't I pick a more expensive hobby to fall into? But This was actually one of the reasons why I quit. So there's this pin creator called Graphox Pins, or I think just Graphox on Instagram, and they're an artist. So mainly they are an artist. They're not like mainly a pin creator, but they ended up making pins. And I remember seeing the first variant of their Howl and Sophie pin that just blew my mind. But it was really expensive at the time. Again, I didn't really have a lot of expendable income. I know, you're a pin collector. What do you mean you don't have expendable income? Listen, I'm in high school, man. So so pretty much I was like, I'll wait until in-hands come in. There ended up being no in-hand like sales for those pins. Now, in pin terms, in hand just means like once the pin is in stock or they get it back from the manufacturer, they make like a little sale called in-hand sales where, you know, it's in your hands and you can sell it now. But there were no extras of the pin, and it ended up skyrocketing in price to like 250, 300, 400, right? Just in resale for the original variant. And what ended up happening is that I ended up missing all the following pre-order periods for the different variants that they had. And keep in mind, the original variants were like 5 and they were limited edition 50, so it wasn't an open pre-order either, so they sold out. And that's why I was like, oh, I'll just get the in-hands, right? Wrong. Bad idea. I need to stop making mistakes, and I just need to start pulling the trigger a little bit quicker. But that ended up being the biggest mistake of my life, because I proceeded to not only miss the following open pre-order variants, but also end up losing 3 different auctions for this pin. Not this exact variant that I'm going to show you guys, or just am playing B-roll on the side, but I ended up auctioning, right? I put in my bid. My maximum was like 550 or 700. I don't remember because it's been like 3 years, but I put in that much and I still did not get these variants. That's how hard it was to get this pin back then. So 3 years later, I'm kind of thinking about it. I can't get it out of my head. It's the only pin that I've ever wanted. I even sent my friend, or old friend, to go to a convention, I think Anime NYC, to go to the convention center, go to their stall and see if they have the exclusive convention variant, which I think is what this is, and they ran out. So I tried absolutely everything to get this pin. And anyways, so now I have it. I ended up finding it. Turns out that after 3 years, people didn't really hold on to this pin that crazily, and I ended up getting this bad boy for $100 shipped, which is absolutely unheard of. And honest to God, I've been looking at it an insane amount, and you know I don't even know what he's called, but he's like precious, like that's literally what I've been like with this pin, and I'm still trying to figure out how to display it in a way that brings it justice. I'm thinking about like Ida bags and Ida pins and stuff, but that's the context. Think of this as my Caroline Yuri, but pin form. Even more so, because it took me so long to get it. But yeah, let's get on to the next thing. Alright, so next thing on the checklist of random shit that I bought. So I actually went on a Given shopping spree. Now, you might think, Artemis, Given is a BL, anime, whatever, and there can't be that much merch of it. Turns out there is, and half of these people have lost their damn minds in terms of reselling things. So I went to my favorite proxy, and this is not sponsored. I just cannot stress enough how much I love From Japan. But I went to From Japan and I typed in Given merch, and I ended up like just losing my mind. I ended up going crazy. I ended up crashing out on the website, and I would say that these are good financial decisions, but you guys can tell me if you think that they aren't. But what we ended up picking up is 2 clear files. There's a bunch of stuff in the clear files. So these clear files actually came with some extras, but I bought this Shikishi board. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. I bought the Oh my god! Shikishi board. I bought the Oh my god, I'm not gonna say it anymore. I bought this on its own, and I also ended up buying this Given tote bag, but I'm gonna go through all the items individually and talk about them. But I also did some DIY. So if you are a fan of Given, or you know things about Given, there are these Polaroid sets that go for various prices. I'll try to find some and put them up here. But for one damn Polaroid of Aki, they're selling it for like $48. I ended up finding both Polaroid sets uncut, you know, because they like come pre-cut and they all come together, and then you cut them and whatever, you do whatever you want with them. So I ended up finding both versions, both the like landscape Polaroid, the bigger Polaroid version, and the smaller ones for about 30 to 40 each, which is insane considering that for one picture of one character, they were selling for upwards of $30 per thing. So I'm really excited to show you guys that. I did a lot of DIY with that, and I even bought a given bag, like from the exhibition, because I noticed that the art on the bag was really cute. So I'll actually show that first because I don't have it in hand. I have it displayed outside, and I'll show you guys where I have that displayed. But I, big-brained Artemis, finally, like, I was so proud of these. I'm gonna be so real with you. I'm so proud of them and how well they turned out, because it just like completes that corner for me, or not completes it, but really adds to it. And I turned a bag into an art piece. So I'll show you guys from like the before and the after. Maybe I'll put a voiceover over it. But in terms of physical items that I have in front of me, one of my favorite things that I've purchased thus far, is this given tote bag. I have so many tote bags. I have a disgusting amount of tote bags. I have like literally just too many. But I absolutely had to buy this one. It is my pride and joy. It is everything I could ever want in a tote bag. It is thick, it is sturdy, the like art on it is actually fantastic, and I don't know, it's beautiful art. Like the art style of Given is just fantastic to begin with. So what else can I say? Now let's actually get into the clear files. These clear files were also very cheap, but I ended up picking this one up. Again, I'll show close-ups in a second, but I ended up picking this one up, which I think is absolutely adorable. And I don't really know what people use clear files for. I'm probably gonna frame these and put them on my wall as like actual art pieces. But, wait, actually. Okay, and I also picked up this one of Mafuyu, and I just think it's really neat and really cool. I love the fact that I guess the station is on the back, so you see it and it's kind of transparent. This is really cool. Again, I'll show close-ups in a second. But interesting thing about the Polaroids that I bought, the sellers were really nice, and they had like these cute washi tape things on there, but they actually included these two adorable like trading card things or postcards, and one of them is actually like one of the Polaroids or pictures, posts, Instagram posts that you'll see in the manga. So again, I'll show them over here just for clarity, but they included that, and they even included these like movie extras. When you went to go see the movie in Japan, you would get like these pamphlets. I'm actually hoping to collect all of them from both movies that came out, but that's gonna take me a while because they're kind of expensive, but absolutely very considerate of them. But this Shikishi board is also just it makes me so happy. I love Aki and Haruki. I love them so much. They make me so happy, and this is my first Shikishi board ever. So I don't really know what's like special about a Shikishi board. I don't know if it's like signed or something, but it's really cute. And yeah, so that's all I have for Given merch today. I don't really know if there's much Given merch that I would want in the future, but definitely am happy with what I have right now. Alrighty, so next up on our list is actually a recommendation, not that I got directly from Daijo Boo Boo. If you want to go watch her video, I'll link it down below, or I'll link it here. I don't really know what I'm going to do. Editing me and current me are two completely different people and two completely different monsters, and I'm kind of scared of her. So, whatever she decides to do, Daijo Boo Boo's video will be linked somewhere. But I actually saw this video of her covering it and the merch that she got, and I immediately had to go pick it up. This is actually what started this whole like shopping fiasco, because everybody was selling it in the United States for like $40, $50 for some reason. And then I went on From Japan. Again, I cannot stress enough, please go on From Japan and just search up the things you want. Anyways, I'm not sponsored, I'm not gonna go into it, but go on From Japan. But I went on From Japan, and I ended up picking this bad boy up for $10 rather than like retail for $20, which is insane. But this art book is absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I cannot stress enough just how much I love this art book. There are so many different art styles that, and different artists included in this. So whatever your cup of tea is, it'll probably be in this art book. But if we just would like to, sort of go through it together. Actually, it goes from left to right. Left to right. Yeah, it goes from left to right, not like typical art books do, or I guess like typical manga. So if you're used to that configuration, unfortunately, this is not that. But just to do a little quick flip through, I'll probably put an actual clip of me flipping through everything. But I cannot get over just how beautiful the artwork in here is. And actually, let's flip to some of my favorites because it's very easy to spot. It's very easy to spot them. All of the artists in here are absolutely fantastic, and I cannot get enough of their artwork. But just to give you a glimpse of what things actually look like, this is insane. And for an art book that didn't even cost that much, I am thoroughly impressed with the print quality of each and every one of these pages. I've had pretty bad experiences with art books before, and for example, Luamin's art book. I love Luamin art on Instagram, but her art book actually looks like dog ass. And I'll show, again, as I'm talking about it, I'll show it. But everything is washed out, the print is grainy, and it doesn't seem like I'm the only one who had this issue. And her art book is like $40. So just in general, I'm really happy I picked it up. No hate to Luamin, but the company that she was working with clearly did not, hit the ballpark. They hit the ball out of the park. Whatever, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I know I'm making a review, but pretty much this art book is great. Actually, hold it while I'm talking about it. This art book is great. I highly recommend. You can pick it up for cheap. Why not? So, anyways, let's get on to BABYMETAL. So, since we're talking about BABYMETAL, and since we want to transition a little bit, I thought that it would be kind of appropriate to actually go ahead and wear one of the shirts that I bought instead of just showing it to you guys. But I honestly don't know if I'm in the camera, so help me. But this is one of the shirts that I got for BABYMETAL. I don't know if you can see the whole design, but this shirt is just absolutely beautifully made. I love the art on this shirt, but it looks really sick and really cool. I love these shirts so much. And just for reference, I also ended up picking up this beauty. I ended up picking up this cutie. So I really like this shirt. This is more of an anime style, if I had to say anything like that. But this is also the back for this shirt. I love the theming. I love the art on these shirts. I love the design of this shirt so much that I ended up buying, if I could get this plastic off. Hold on. Whew. Okay, plastic's off. I ended up buying the poster for... Hold on. I know how to flip things. I ended up buying the same poster as the art in my shirt. So, do I like the art in this shirt, and do I like BABYMETAL? I want you to guess. Does she like BABYMETAL? I think she's actually the biggest hater of BABYMETAL, but absolutely cannot get over just how beautiful this poster is. I wish I had a frame for it already. I need to go buy one. But, oh, that just the shit out of me. Whoops. But, super dope. Super sick. Amazing artwork. And whoever is their artist for this, they did a phenomenal job. Please don't crucify me with the way that I held that poster. I know. It'll be in a frame. It'll be fine. But, I'd actually like to show you guys the VIP merch. So, give me one second. Alright, I'm back. So for VIP, we ended up getting a beanie, and I've never owned a beanie before, but maybe I'll start wearing beanies now. But this actually doesn't seem like a cheap beanie either. I almost said cheap queenie, but cheap beanie either, and this is really exciting. And we also got this fanny pack. Now, I noticed that a lot of their merch is actually just like the BABYMETAL logo on like some standard things. But this was really useful when I didn't want to carry any of my stuff into the venue itself, and in the barrier you don't really know what you're doing. So, and also, I'm gonna put some clips of what it looked like from my perspective in the barrier. But we get this America BABYMETAL pin, which is really cool, really awesome. I love them so much. And we also got this like lanyard. Again, it's just their standard BABYMETAL logo, all that other fun stuff. But, you know, this is the coolest part about lanyard. And my friend Logan, who literally saved my ass in this line, actually ended up getting me a patch for BABYMETAL. So I'm trying to figure out which jacket I want to put this on. Probably on my leather jacket, which I'm not wearing right now, but maybe you guys will see it one day on this channel. But he ended up getting me this patch from the merch stand. And, yeah, that's really all I have for BABYMETAL. I'm super excited. I'm so happy that I went. It was the best experience of my life. And it was a great show. So, I think that is all I have. We actually got to the end of the video. Oh my god. So, yeah, that is all the merch that I have to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I don't really know how to make an intro, so I'm just going to go back to Cat Artemis and editing Artemis. But, yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye! Wow! Welcome back to the end of another video. This is Artemis, your news anchor speaking. Thank you for getting to the end of this. If you did, big smooches all around. But, yeah, Nendoroids are a scam. Everything else that I bought was 10 times cooler than the actual Nendoroids. And, yeah, I don't really know how to make an outro, so hope you guys enjoy. And, see you later. Bye.